and the lady by the counter looks at my passport. She flips, nothing. She looks at the passport, turns it around, flips it, looks at it, closes it. And then she goes, I do not see a visa. You need a visa.
This one says, the honest truth is rechi hule no shanda. Vakawanda takarora ma side piece edu, and years later we are living in bliss. My advice to the gents, especially the girls, is if you are not married and Munwako is acting up, cheat. Your happiness might be per next door.
That's wild.
I want to know what led this person to sharing. Like, what triggered you?
My dad was into chickens. There's a time when my dad did a chicken project. Nigga had 200 layers and bare broilers. Yeah. I have never eaten eggs like that in my life, and this isn't even from a point of flambeau.
Yeah,
we have eggs for breakfast. No,
it's like this is the only
eggs for dinner.
I've been together with this gentleman for almost a year. Mm-hmm. And for the past 3 months, every weekend we fight. So guess what he does every weekend? He blocks me everywhere. Everywhere is in capital letters. Now, given that we fight every weekend, this move is giving weak. Like, don't you feel silly resending follow friend requests on a weekly basis? So am I the asshole for thinking this grown man is weak? You're worrying about the wrong thing.
We're worrying about
it's giving weak. It's giving cheating.
It's giving foresight.
Chihule. It's giving cheating.
Hardest working man in town.
Welcome.
Yo. Welcome back.
What it do?
Get sick of that one.
Yeah, man.
Episode 5.
I almost said 6, you know.
Hey, no, don't get ahead of yourself.
I think I'm getting ahead of myself.
But it's okay. 5 is a very good. It's a milestone.
5 is a good number.
That's half.
We can retire at 5.
We can say we did a podcast.
We did a podcast. 5 is a good number. But yeah, man. Shout out to you guys. The boys are back. All because of you.
Because if it was crickets on the internet, we would be back.
No. But yeah, man, none of this is possible without you guys. Shout out to you guys. You guys, we have a gang that is responsive.
Very responsive.
Smashing the like button.
We say hit the like button, they hit the like button. We say hit the shares, they hit the shares.
Episode 1 is on 1,000 likes.
I saw that.
But yeah, man, shout out to you guys. Smashing the like button, the reviews on Apple Podcasts, on iTunes. Apparently, the people on Spotify and iTunes want the fans of this podcast to be called the BFFs.
No way!
Yeah, Black and Forth fans.
They've given themselves a name.
Yeah, so I didn't know this, but on Spotify, people can send messages that you can see on the back end. I was like, "Oh, this is nice." So,
we are BFFs.
BFFs.
Come on.
So yeah, if you have another variation,
I like that.
Let us know. So far, we have one. BFFs is what has come through so far. So
shout out to our BFFs.
Shout out to our BFFs, man. But yeah, this area here is going to be called Nguaye Ripo.
This is this section, right? Yes. Offerings.
Nguaye Ripo.
We are different from offerings. No, we beg.
We are different from all the other churches where they will give you the same one first. No.
As you come in, come on.
Yeah, man. So there's things we need to do. Kids that need to go to school. People that need to be married.
I need to bring the cows home.
The ladies are asking, are you single, Munashe?
Guys, I hate to break it to y'all, but I am not on the market.
You remind me of our guy. I'm on market. You mind? Yeah, but this is Nguaye Report. This is where we give the shout outs to those that have extended a hand, those
to
that
the bad mans.
Yeah.
I think so far it's only fair to to reserve the BFF title only for these people.
Yeah.
So far.
Yeah.
So far.
We are actually going to add a leaderboard on our buy me a coffee.
Yep.
You can see who's been giving the most. Don't go to church. Vanotitha zvikuru vanogara kumberi.
Kumberi, you know what I mean? Round table items.
Seat.
Not kupovo.
Yeah, so shout out to Mrs. Kuda. Shout out to Steel Gift. Shout out to someone. So there's someone who gave us 12 coffees. Kuda Beans. Shout out to my guy.
Beans.
Bought 3 coffees.
Top guy.
Yeah, man. These are our givers this week. Shout out to you guys, man.
This week. Do we have repeat givers?
No, not yet.
We haven't had
Not yet. I'm going to say
that's
it's because maybe it's middle of the month. But yeah, ticket sales, tickets are moving. By this time next week,
we should be saying
we should be sold out.
We're not saying sold out yet,
but we're there.
There's something amiss there. But we need to get to the sold outs.
Also, our good friends from Mukuru have bought
8 tickets.
8 tickets, which we have been told to give away.
So 4 for the Birmingham show, 4 for the Slough show.
We just need to figure out who. So all you need to do is you need to share a piece of something. Download the app, of course. We'll let you guys know. But there's a likelihood that by the time this episode comes out, those tickets will be gone.
They might be gone.
We've also been gaining friends of the show. People in high places.
Oh, yeah.
People of high esteem.
Oh, yeah.
Who seem to be messing with the show. And it's like, ooh, I'm a fan of yours.
I'm your fan.
I'm
trying to be like you.
I'm trying to be like you. Yeah, so shout out to the elders in the community. Shout out to the lovely ladies.
Shout out Plaxidas Winika. She said she's enjoying the podcast so much. She still got it.
I just said, my mate, I said, stop it.
Telepathy. That stage in your relationship. Yeah.
Shout out to Mafia 19, Gatsby Warrior. Gatsby has a story that he wants to share with us, similar to one of these.
Really?
He was done dirty.
Oh, one day we're gonna wire. We're gonna wire in. I can't wait for the episodes where we're gonna start calling people in
soon, man.
Very soon. Very soon.
Very soon.
We can't give out all the party tricks in the first half of the season. That's come on.
But if you guys are loving this, it's going to get better.
That's the beauty of this podcast. It can only get better.
Say Colors as well.
Hey, Sekalas is in there. He was like, hey,
my bandits.
My one. They said my one. Rhymes was in the mix.
Grammy nominated.
What are you saying?
Platinum.
Platinum. Hey, the big things are going. We're getting there.
People want to know if the things that we were talking about really happened.
Them stories.
Yeah. People think we're making things up.
Come on, guys. Listen, the stories I have, and I know the stories Kanduru has, like I was
touching.
I was responding to a comment and someone said, you guys have stories for days. I was like, we haven't even begun to scratch the surface. And which leads to my next question. Like when I saw that comment, and this is not the first time I've thought this. I've always had people say, yo, bro, you got stories. And I know I have a bag of stories. So the question is, do you have a lot of stories because you've gone through a lot more shit than the average person? Or do you think you have a lot more stories because you have the wherewithal of when things are like unfolding?
Yeah.
Your brain, the writer, comedian in you, do you get a being subconsciously to just take note of details? Or do you just have a different way of recounting things?
It's a combination of both, but there's also an element of just maybe being the shit stirrer.
Okay.
Like you're the one making most of these things happen. Or they're happening. Yeah. Or they're happening because you've done some dumb stuff.
That's main actor syndrome.
Yeah. So which explains how we ended up in these careers. You're like, I love attention. I'm going to be a comedian.
I want the center stage.
Yeah.
I've often wondered.
Yeah.
And now it's got to the point when madness happens to me, I'm like, oh, can't wait till I tell y'all about
You
this.
are going to think I'm lying. But yeah, man, something happened within the comments that I saw. So I don't know if you remember our last episode. We were talking about life in the UK.
Oh yes.
And then we're talking about the differences between here and you mentioned something about I don't know who mentioned it, but it was something about men finding struggling to hack it. And I mentioned something to the effect of, if you're struggling to do the dishes,
if not doing the dishes is going to be the thing that's going to put a wedge in your relationship, then
get a dishwasher.
Yep.
There was a comment that was brought to me by a lovely lady on the internet who said she found that comment to be the most misogynistic thing that she's ever. I don't like misquoting people.
Okay.
Can I just say one of the most misogynistic statements that King Kandoro Live said in that podcast this week is that if as a man you can't do the dishes, then buy a dishwasher. Like, nah, bro, who's going to load and unload the dishwasher? Just because you can buy it doesn't mean you're absolved of your responsibility of doing dishes. What about the pots and pans? You can't buy your way out of chores unless you can afford to hire help. I feel that was really still his African man mentality rearing its head. It really bothered me, and I watched this Saturday. Great show, though. I don't want to lie.
You know, so in that, it's you were reading the comment because I'm Mr. Look at the other side, Mr. Perspectives type of thing, right? And as you were saying that, I was genuinely trying to see maybe where you went amiss. And as you were reading, when you said one of the most misogynistic things, I thought maybe she's trying to say it's very misogynistic for a guy to say that my relationship is breaking down because I have to do the dishes, which I was like, yeah, it kind of is. But then when as you read on further, when you said, well, what about the pots and pans? If just because you bought it, what about loading it? I was like, woo.
So I need to make it, I need to make it clear.
Yeah.
I've been a comedian for close to 8 years now. Digital content creator for as long.
Yeah. Yep.
I've been accused of many things because of some of the content. I've never been accused of being a bigot.
You've even been accused of being a C10.
Exactly. I've been threatened, but I've never been accused of being a bigot. And I'm saying that to say I will never take that accusation lightly. If you think you can accuse me of that, and because this back and forth went on, but what I want to say really is that's not even what I meant. I was not talking about buying a dishwasher for your wife. I was not talking about that. I was talking about, I can't believe, of all the things that I thought we'd be discussing, I didn't think we'd be discussing this. But let me make it clear. If you are somebody who's coming from Zim, there are certain kitchen utensils, apparatus, equipment, appliances that are not that you are not maybe privy to because simply of price range.
Yeah, they're not even your
dishwashers
scope.
Are not really a thing.
You can only do that kind of if you've got running water on deck.
Are not really a thing. So where I was coming from, and I realized maybe the confusion is we didn't give this joke a second thought. We didn't develop it. But what I was trying to say is, if you as a man are saying you don't like doing dishes because of purely the concept of washing dishes, then get a dishwasher, because a dishwasher does half the job for you.
For you, yeah.
You are simply loading the dishwasher. I was not talking about buying a dishwasher for wife. Inini mukuzeka ndo.
You're doing the dishes.
My dishes.
I got to hear you
do not load that dishwasher. There's no way I could have meant that.
Even in Zim, no dishwasher, bro.
I'm the firstborn.
Me and my sisters, we like, there was no in my house.
In fact, plate zvawabikisa zvofanira kutosukwa tsatapedza kudya uchangopedza so that hazviomere. Bro, there's so many things, so many people will suggest things to me day in, day out, be it propaganda, be it at the stand-up shows, be it this podcast. I'm very receptive to being corrected. We messed up the song, the Maichi Samba song. There's an episode where people I'm like,
everyone's like, hey, it's
if we were not, we would have just been deleting comments.
Fair.
But it's like, oh, that's an opportunity. I didn't know. Oh, that's Louis and Flang. Oh,
I didn't even know that.
do you get what I mean?
was like, okay.
That's an opportunity to. But because people are genuinely, there's no maliciousness to it, right? It's like, oh, guys, you messed up that Ningrigan. There was a friend, Stacy, came in the DMs, was like, yo, guys, this UK clause thing is still a proposal.
Oh, it's not gone through yet.
It hasn't gone through yet.
Oh.
So this is the link. Bam, 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 bam. Do you get what I mean?
Yo, and you see, come this episode, we've addressed that.
Do you get what I mean?
Yeah,
But if you come to me and dog whistle and try to call me misogynistic and African mentality, first of all, I'm someone's husband. I'm someone's father. My name is how I make the things that sustain this household. Yeah. If the people that support me were to see you accusing me, because those are the things that we are not thinking of.
And corporates don't want to mess with someone who's perceived to be...
There's nothing else I do. I'm not a comedian / banker. This is all I do. So you might think this is simple to me, but this is what you're doing. If the intention was to give grace and say, Kantoro,
hey, then comments might have been...
It feels a little out of character. What did you mean? We would have had a lovely conversation. And bear in mind, this lady ended up DMing me. So I was like, why didn't we start here?
This is where we begin.
Because now we're having a back and forth where you're telling me this is a Zimbabwean thing where freedom of speech. Yeah, it's not freedom of speech that allows people to... You don't see me accusing ZANU-PF politicians wantonly of being thieves. You don't... That's not freedom of speech. There's a difference. If the starting position is to label someone, of course that person is going to feel defensive.
It's automatic.
But if you come to my DMs, and then I tell you,
then
feel free to go spray. Ballistic. If someone,
then you can screenshot me in the DMs and even go and say, hey, corporates, this is the person you want to sponsor.
Yeah, man. But yeah, still keeping it light, still keeping it fun. Just needed to address, because Munashe Jairi, it's been interesting to like looking at things happening in the world, right?
Yeah, bro.
And as a Zimbabwean, I can't help but find similarities.
This is the thing. As a Zimbabwean,
you can't run away.
With the short lifetime that we've lived, we have seen so much, and I think we are so well equipped for the world at large without even realizing.
It's ridiculous.
Do you know, in the lockdown there was a massive queue. We went to B&Q because people one in, one out. I remember there was a long queue going around the block, and people were stood in the queue like a meter apart, moving one, and people were huffing and puffing in the queue like and I was like
these queues,
this yeah,
unexpected.
Where you've got the markings and demarcations to say. Let me tell you something about Gikiriri.
What do you know?
Let me tell you something about...
No, it's ridiculous.
Let me tell you something about having to queue for... This is breakfast in Zimbabwe. Bro. Queue for bread. Yeah. You jump out of the queue for bread. If you ain't got sugar, someone says, "Kuna sugar, budako." There's a queue for sugar over there. Maybe you want to feel nice and make some, I don't know, some eggs that day.
Ooh.
You need cooking oil.
Stop there. Because this is a Masa Baba breakfast. That
No. But
at
this
some
is not
point you're going to be like, Maria tonight.
No, but no. But hear me out. Again, Zimbabweans, we're equipped. Do you remember that there's an era in Zimbabwe where we were doing, everyone was almost a farmer. We had to grow sweet potato because there's no bread. Like, I don't care where you yard is. Then you know, my name is Homer, bro. Like, you just got Mbambaira somewhere.
Nah, that's my mom.
At some point, everyone had to grow that Jatrofa. Remember the Jatrofa scam? You remember the fucking Jatrofa when y'all thought you're gonna be biodiesel fucking millionaires, right? Boom, right? My dad was into chickens. There's a time where my dad did a chicken project. Nigga had like, I don't know, 200 layers and bare broilers. I have never eaten eggs like that in my life, and this isn't even from a point of like flambo. Ooh,
Yeah,
we have
no,
eggs for breakfast. No,
no, it's
eggs
like
for breakfast.
this is
eggs
the
for
only.
lunch, eggs for
You're
dinner.
like, I'm out Jairi. No. Zimbabweans used to do that. Zimbabweans used to do whatever they were selling, whatever they were making. That's
That's what we do.
what are we looking? What
We were
if
equipped.
your mom was known for like chibage ombambaira
Can I tell
bread,
you they do peanut butter.
bread. These
Boil it, roast it,
brother,
boil it again.
zungu. That's a delicacy.
Peanut butter, rice in a dobi, muriwo in a dobi, nyama in a dobi, everything.
We've lived through.
So now you tell me people who we lived. Here's the unique positioning of Zimbabweans.
Yeah.
Like versus the whole world. We have lived and experienced an economy that is similar to a country that's going through a war.
Yeah.
Our economy, the inflation, the rate, like,
Yeah.
economically speaking, Zimbabwe looked like it was literally going through warfare.
I think in terms of
they're war-torn countries that are dust and rubble right now with better, stronger currencies or more stable economies than Zimbabwe.
no, it's Ukraine is in a better position.
So now you tell me that
part of Ukraine is chimkombination of kumbira chia. No, like I thought our president was
we thought we were open for business.
Nipo.
Kumbra.
No, like this week he was in Washington.
Zelensky.
Like, hey, my man. What up, cook?
So you want to,
And do you know what they say?
you want to fight the Russians?
Do you know what they said? They're like,
Did they tell him? At Russell, did they tell him Wang State?
Yeah, no.
They tell him. Whoa,
So apparently
we're dealing with Israel right now.
There's a technicality. So because of how U.S. Congress is set up, there is obviously beef between the Democrats and the Republicans.
Of course.
And they're using that as a bargaining chip to achieve certain things within their... Yeah, so because... I believe the Republicans outnumber the Democrats.
There's an election coming up.
Yeah, there's an election. So there's something, I can't remember what it is, but they're using him. He can only get it. There's a technicality. They're going, like the money is there, but they're only going to, so he's left without the money. Yeah. They voted and they did. I think he was asking for like 80 bids. And the thing about Blood, he's not asking for small monies, you know.
He's not.
Do you remember when Changirai went to Washington? He left with 300 meter. 3 wire. Granted, that was 2009, 2010.
But it's still. But 80 billion.
I don't think he's ever come back with less than 10.
That's 80,000 millions.
Nah, he needs to drop a TED talk.
After all is said and done,
he needs to drop a TED like, hey, big man.
No, that guy screwed up for all comedians to jump into politics. The one comedian that we actually have as a president, he goes and brings us to the brink of
within 2 years.
Man was on some record thing.
Funny enough.
So they're asking for guap. They're open for business, as was Zimbabwe was.
Yeah, I mean, funny enough, his cousins in Russia are also going through that. It's just been a weird thing, man, happening in Europe. And I tried to think, is it me? Like, is it me?
What did they do?
No, bro.
You've been caught aback.
No,
you are stunned.
Bro, I want to, like, it might sound like a joke, but I don't want to lie. I take offense a little bit. This is not the Europe I was promised, bro. It is not the Europe I was promised.
Brother.
In the time that I've been here, there's been a global pandemic.
Your timing has been off.
Many pandemics within that pandemic. Then, soon as it looks like we're about to get out of that pandemic, almost got into World War.
Almost
got into World
and
War.
they would have been on smoking Britain so easily.
They were talking about, oh man, need to. I did
not just come out of the frying pan to jump into the literal fires.
Then UK started this whole cost of living thing, which
you're
let's
feeling,
not lie, that's just inflation. Let's not. I know inflation when I see it. I was born and bred.
You know inflation.
You can't cost of living.
You can't tell me cost of living. They're smart. But these, I mean, you know, when you spoke about the propaganda of the West and whatnot, like I can't even tell you how much you were on gospel.
Because when you call it cost of living, it sounds like something that God has just. It's something.
It's a natural occurrence.
It's something like, there's nothing we could have done about this. But inflation, when you call it inflation, that's African.
That's you. That's your mismanagement. That's
inflation.
That's your fiscal irresponsibilities.
Yes. Inflation needs a visa to be spoken about on BBC. Does this word have a no?
Cost of living.
Cost of living. Cost of living.
Is it of our own doing? Is it because of that Brexit thing we did? It's cost of living.
So now I'm trying to. It's the summer. I'm trying to get me some ice cream. But my wife is telling me like, yo, whoa, big man,
cost of living.
You're
like, I don't. No.
Even in Zimbabwe, what the fuck?
Nutty squirrel.
Do you get what I mean?
I've never been put on nutty squirrel sanctions.
So exactly
in my life in Zimbabwe.
Is it me? Is it me, brother?
No, it's not you.
Is it me?
It's not you. They're up to summon.
Because the funny thing, like we're on the subject of seeing Zimbabwe everywhere we go. There is a story that broke out in Russia where the leading opposition politician has disappeared.
Again,
that's not even the craziest part of this story.
Here. What's mad? What's
this
his name?
Man has been in jail.
He's been in jail this whole time.
So
wait, come back.
Exactly.
He went missing for how long? I'm assuming a few weeks. And then they find out that he's in jail. Or he was in jail before he went missing.
No.
He was in jail and then he went missing.
This man has been... Okay, let me give you some quick...
Yes, spark notes.
This guy is called Alexei Navalny. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it properly. Alexei Navalny. I don't know how. I don't know you're better at accents. In July 2013, Navalny received a suspended sentence for embezzlement. So this guy is a lawyer, corruption activist. What?
He's an anti-corruption activist.
Anti-corruption activist.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
So in 2013, he ran in the mayoral election, came in second, outperforming expectations, but he lost to Sergei, who was a Putin appointee.
Oh, right.
In December 2014, Navalny received another suspended sentence for embezzlement. But you're starting to see like
there's a pattern.
Some of these criminal charges are starting to
look a little trumped up.
In December 2016,
they're starting to look a little Job
exactly. Starting to look a little bit Jacob Ngarivumi. In December 2016, he launched his presidential campaign. This is where things got tricky.
Oh.
But then he was barred by the Electoral Commission.
On what grounds?
Rek. He was barred because they said you have criminal convictions. We can't let you run.
Oh.
They rejected his appeal.
But I thought his charges were suspended.
In 2017, but you see, they had played the long game.
Okay.
They throw those charges because they know you want to run.
Your like, DBS is fucked. Yeah.
In 2017, he dropped a documentary accusing the then Prime Minister and previous president of corruption, which led to mass protests. In 2018, Navalny initiated smart voting, a tactical voting strategy intended to consolidate the votes of those who opposed United Russia to the party of seats in elections. In 2020, he was hospitalized in a serious condition after being poisoned. Suspicious.
Ice cream.
Yeah, ice cream. Are you seeing similarities? He was then evacuated to Berlin, but discharged later. I need you to remember this part. He was sent to Berlin for hospital. In January 2021, he returned to Russia, but was immediately arrested because he had violated parole conditions while he was hospitalized in Germany. Apparently, part of his parole conditions were that he wasn't supposed to leave the country.
Were they looking to treat him in Russia? Or is it the same hospital that poisoned him?
In February 2021, his suspended sentence was replaced with a prison sentence of over 2.5 years detention. In August 2023, Navalny was sentenced to an additional 19 years on extremism charges, meaning he would be released earliest December 2038.
Okay.
But in December...
It sounds like he's been dealt with at this point. They've cooked him. That's what you call opposition. The Zimbabwean in me is like, yeah, you're an opposer. Because remember that run that Trangirai was on. I don't know. No matter, I'm gonna put my hands up. I'm apolitical for the purpose of the podcast.
Right.
I'm not going to use the podcast as
Right.
soundboard for my political. No, and I'm not too keen to use my art for that per se.
Yeah.
I mean, you will.
I mean,
feel
we know who you support.
But no matter how you feel or what you feel about our late Morgan Trangirai, that nigga,
he went through it.
He, like, from as far as I can remember, bro, from that 2000 election campaign, that's when I started to have some sort of awareness of what's going on politically, right? That nigga would go missing every 2 years or so.
Bro.
And he'd come back, head swollen, looking like a fucking pumpkin. Like Nanga, bro. But he'd still go at it. I don't know.
That was a soldier, bro. He was committed.
He was committed to the cause.
Sounds like this guy.
It sounds like man like over here.
Yeah. Sounds like because but it's so crazy to me how like our trauma info, like you looking at this guy, I'm like, damn. That could have been Pastor E. Damn. That's job seeker. But yeah, man, it's crazy. Thoughts and prayers to Alexei.
Alexei Sergey.
Thoughts and prayers. I mean, that's the most we can offer this guy.
I mean, thoughts and prayers, bro. It be what it be.
It makes me think, how much do I love Zimbabwe? You know, like I've thought about these questions before. Like, you know, like gangsters in a gangster movie. Like the police come, right? And they shoot the drug lord, and then the henchmen are left, and then the henchmen continue fighting. I'm usually watching. I'm like,
what are you fighting for?
What's the point?
The minute my boss is dead, bro, I'm like, who gonna pay me?
Unemployment office.
I'll be looking to join the opposite team. I was like, you know how I get down with the gun.
So I often ask myself, like, what's my cutoff point when it comes to Zimbabwe? Do you get what I mean? Like, what's my cutoff point? Because we all like to think like, hey, I'm ride or die. It's my country. But like, guys, I need you to be on, like, please in the comments, let me know. What's your cutoff point? Are you, we riding, we going to jail, we head bashing, throw me life in prison?
Give it to me.
Are you an asylum seeker? Exactly. What's your cutoff point? Because I often think, and I don't have any answer yet. I'm still trying to think about it, but maybe you might help me figure it out. What's your cutoff point?
Are they saying you could live in the UK, raise your children, whatnot, all of this, boom, boom, boom. Just decampaign for ZANU-PF will give you asylum, never to go back for
decampaign how?
X amount of money.
What do you mean?
Okay, they approach you. You've got a thriving podcast. You niggas is hitting numbers.
Yeah.
We want you to campaign for human rights, for whatever. I don't know, like a whole thread of things that people can put against ZANU-PF and say campaign against them. like you're going to be like the soundboard for the next campaign. We want to align you with the opposition party, and you know.
See, but that's tricky for me because I do that anyway. But not the tricky part for me is
you're tactful.
But the tricky part for me in what you just described.
Like I'm talking, you need to be going to UN peace summits, taking the mic in a way that like they're looking at you world over on some Greta Thunberg.
But I don't know if I would do it for. Would I do it for man? Do you get what I mean?
Okay.
Because right now,
so you're a purist.
That's what I don't know. Because I've never been offered. Do you get what I mean? That's what I'm saying. Like I don't, because right now it's purely coming out of I'm a young person. I want other young people to be informed about these.
Fair enough.
So let me use my voice to no one has ever come to me and said, Kandoro, we have a bag.
But that's what I'm saying. You're being
because so I don't know if I have resolved enough to say no. I'm doing this for.
Hey, a bag once came to me. You know
what?
Like,
do you still have the number?
I'm not gonna lie. I don't know. I thought I'm a little too skinny for this. Because at that time was early in my career.
Like it's too
early days. I was like,
but do you think about that, man?
I do think about it, and
cold
I think
winter nights, hitting not on you like God damn it. Fuck this motor.
Hey, go to start your car.
No, sometimes you can hear the cars like, I wanna marry you. This conversation is feeling
Tell me one time when being Zimbabwean shafted you. Like where you just thought, if I wasn't fucking Zimbabwean.
I think it definitely has to be some of these, like there's certain opportunities that miss you because there are certain opportunities that pass you by just because you have that green passport.
Green Bomber Bomber has struck
like you
me.
go on, you're told like you're perfect for this opportunity, go and apply for this. Then you go on that website and they tell you, oh, this thing is happening on the Retetete, which is probably like 3 weeks away, but you would have to apply for a visa,
and you look
the
at
quickest
the
appointment
consulate is telling you it's 7 weeks.
So that's pretty much like the people are like, hey, we want you, but
let me tell you,
tell us. I know you have a good one.
This one kicked me in the ding dong, bro. I swear to God, I came back and I was like, fuck Zimbabwe, fuck this passport, fuck personal security goofy snake ass, snitch ass. Oh my.
Security was like, whoa.
Just like, what did I do?
What the fuck am I here for?
So, as you do, auditions. Bro, you know, in this game, we be auditioning for days.
Rewind a little bit. Because I feel like you gloss past out of this. Like, to the people that don't know you, like, what do you do? Because you might say auditions and somebody's like, auditions?
What's audition?
Yeah, so don't be humble. Hit them with the proper.
No, I mean, there's not even it's not even anything to be humble about because it's tough. It's cooking. It's just So, I'm an actor, and
the thing that I really want you to mention is you went to school for this.
I went to school for this. Yes,
so that's the part.
Yeah, okay. So
because people act. I'm an actor.
Everyone acting.
Do you get what I mean? I'm an actor, but I can't do what you do, and that's the separation that I wanted you to give the people. Like, yo, so I went to school for this.
Well, out here, I went to school at I was formerly doing biomedical science.
Yeah.
And like you, I was like, nah, that ain't this. Right? Changed, went and did performance art and film, stage and television.
Yeah.
Graduated since I graduated, I was fortunate enough to find an agent, you know, and since then.
So you're a working actor.
I'm a working actor. I'm a jobbing actor. I'm a jobbing actor.
Yeah, it's not a thing. Munashe was doing skits and he was like, oh, I can do this professionally. No. He is a trained
Trained. We're
Acting.
trained.
That's the part that I wanted you to understand, so that people would understand. No.
Do you know what's even madder?
Yeah.
Like the other, I actually recorded a video for it. I'm gonna send it to you.
Yeah.
Like about a couple weeks after we did family meeting tour at Leicester Square Theatre, I was back there, and remember I was telling you Spotlight Studios was right there where we do auditions. I was right back there.
Yeah.
The situation was completely different. I was like, damn, last week I was the man.
Do these niggas know?
Do they even know? But today I'm kind of say, which line? How do you want me to say it? Okay. Let me just do that again. Yeah. So we're out here, we're auditioning. Hey man, if you want a career in acting, you just have to accept the fact that you're going to be auditioning for like 3 jobs you book. You probably would have done 90, 80 auditions. It's crazy. I mean, you've seen you've taped me thrice now. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I've always said, like, you're not my homie if you've never taped me. We don't spend enough time. You
don't know me like that.
If I've never said, can you just take me real quick?
You don't know me like that. Don't talk to me anyhow. Don't chat to me, this story, you're doing auditions for this job.
I'm doing. I do this audition for a commercial. My agent comes to me, he's like, there's this casting, boom, boom, boom. The buyout was, because it's a commercial, the buyout was £3,000. American accent for like cat food. Boom, boom, boom. I do the self-tape. They hit me up, because usually you send a self-tape, like we just did earlier on today. And then the casting director would say, recall, and then you meet them in person. Yeah. So they recalled me, but we didn't do a recall in person. We did a recall in Zoom. Right. So in the recall is when usually you'd meet the director who's directing the program, the commercial, and the casting director and the agency and whatnot. There's more people now. They kind of really like shortlisting. So for the recall, they say, you know the role that you auditioned for? Yeah. We want you to audition for another one. Right. All right. But it's in the same campaign. Yeah. I'm like, all right, cool. Hey, it ain't nothing. I go, I do it. They love me. They're like, oh, great. Boom, 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 boom. We'll let you know. This is a Tuesday. I've done the recall. Come Wednesday, right? Wednesday, my agent hits me up. He's like, yo. You know, it's small money. £3,000 buyout, £350 per day to shoot. Shoots about 3 days, but it was shooting in Ukraine. Right. So I would have made about, minus the agent's fee, I would have made about £4,000 at the end of it all, which is great for like 4 days worth of work.
That's good light work. Yeah.
Wednesday, my agent hits me. Is like, they want you to send in another tape, but they want you to tape for a different role. I'm like, all right, cool, fine. Yeah. I do this role, but the role that he sends me to tape for, the third one, is longer usage. Right. So usually the first 2 ones I did, there was the usage of 3 months. They'd use the commercial for 3 months in these territories, blah, blah, blah. So it only $3,000. The other one now is got
big money.
Big money, because the usage is for a month and it's got broader territories. It's the key one. I look at the
breakdown. Is in this. She's moving. She's moving.
She's cooking, bro. She's hakata. She's like
she's cooking. On top Wi-Fi, she's connected.
She's connected.
She's connected.
Wait, she's on that fiber optic. Yeah. They tell me, they give me the breakdown. It's £17,500. God
damn it.
I was like, yeah, I'm
17 point. Point
keep it, agents. Take that. 17 is fine. This is just the buyout. This is not the basic shooting fee, the travel, rest days, fitting, all of that. Yeah. Counting all of that in, it's a solid £20,000 job for like 3-4 days of my labor. How beautiful is that?
Brother.
Anyway, I've just auditioned it.
Yeah, no, we're not getting ahead of ourselves.
We've just auditioned. And then my agent hits me up Thursday. He's like, you got an offer. I was like, awesome. I was like, what's the offer? It's like, I think it's for the 3,001, the first one that you did, the earlier one.
Yeah.
Either way, I'm happy. I'm like, okay, that's still like some four,
Yeah.
5 bags for my
Yeah.
troubles.
Yeah.
I'm okay. I'm happy with that. Cool. What's happy? I was like, right. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Friday morning.
Yeah.
He's like, whoa.
Hold on.
I made a mistake. It's the 17.5 Nagwan. They need you to send your passport page right now. All of that. Boom.
Brother.
I was like, okay, cool. So now, before you even audition, there's a head sheet. There's a form. There's a head sheet that you fill.
Yeah.
And this head sheet asks you, there's a whole bunch of things. What's your sizes? Top, what not. Have you done any commercials, any conflicting ones? What territories? Blah, blah, blah. All of that. Because they don't want you to do an advert for TK Maxx and then go do an advert for Sports Direct the following day. Yeah, all of that. Boom, 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 boom. And in that, they ask you, state the nationality of your passport. I hit them, Zimbabwe. So they know. They know.
They are aware.
I've worked with this casting agency before. It's the same casting agency that I did the Amazon Prime commercial one, right? So I'm like, they at this point, like when I go to fill in these forms, it's
Like
auto-filling.
Auto-filling. Yeah. Like,
You
my
know
guys.
I even had another McDonald's commercial that I had to let go because I had a Zimbabwean passport. So like, they know me, these man.
Yeah.
Hey, things move. Before you realize, by the end of Friday, bro, the agency has sent me my tickets, my flight itinerary, my contracts, everything. Monday, I've got a chaperone who's coming to pick me up and take me to the airport. But but before that, they're sending someone to do a PCR test on me at the yard.
We're not just flexing at this point. She's flexing.
Bruh,
She's throwing these in it.
Yo,
she's like,
in it, bro.
In it.
Seguruka Gubi is like, brap on the sideline.
ad libs.
La la la. Hey, like my mom being the attention to detail person she is, so they've sent me even my travel insurance, bro, everything. Like I already know the hotel I'm staying at. It's fire, 5-star item in Kiev.
This is before the war.
This is before the booms. She's like, visa. So now I thought the visa guans. When I went to Turkey, for example, I went online, paid for like some £37 for the visa. £30, £37, something stupid like that. Get my visa, printed it, went to the airport, checked in. Well, there's my thing, boom. I don't know. I thought maybe it's a similar kind of case like that. Because ain't nobody saying nothing. Chaperone comes, picks me up, get to Heathrow Airport, boom. Check in, board, boom, boom. I even meet some of the guys who are
part of the crew,
because we're shooting 3 commercials.
Right.
And because it's COVID times, each and every one of us had also been signed up to back up someone in case someone fails a PCR test, you know what I mean? So we all get there. So I'm the head honcho because everyone's seen the breakdown. They know that that's the big one. That's the guy. Fuck this guy. But anyway, I'm just on a humility thing.
It's a proper many men.
Man, wish death
Many men.
Good man. Bro. Anyway, I we fly, nice flight. I see everyone. Boom. Bro, we hit the tarmac in Kiev.
Right.
Car comes and picks us up.
Yeah.
Some Merc flipping big tinted people carrier. Whatnot. They use them on film sets a lot.
Yeah.
That's the one they use to transport the actors. They come, they grab me, they open the door. Bro, everyone else is walking to the airport. We get picked off the flipping runway.
You're like, listen.
I jump into this.
This ain't no regular.
The Merc is.
This raw Star FM.
I can choose, go Wi-Fi and everything. Bro, we don't even go through customs, Mbombera Povo. What? No, our bags, some niggas just took our bags. They went with them. We go, boom, they drive us round straight to the testing facility.
Yeah.
Right? We go to the testing facility. Everyone gets their test. Boom, boom. I go, I do my test. I present my things, blah, blah, blah. And the lady by the counter looks at my passport. She flips, nothing. She looks at the passport, turns it around, flips it, looks at it, closes it. And then she goes, I do not see a visa. You need a visa. I was like, visa? I'm like, oh, visa. I was like, no. I'm sure someone here is sorted out. I look around because there's a few guys from production who were there as well. Right? We've come out the same minivan. I'm like, my visa. It was so matter of fact that I hit him with that. So my visa. Which one of y'all niggas? Hey, which one of y'all got my paperwork? They're asking for this. Hurry, come on. We gotta go. We need to check in. They're like, I don't know.
At the most important time, Mbuyana is unavailable.
I'm like Mbuyana. Everyone's going goo.
The number you have dialed.
The Mudzimu you have dialed.
Like what? All this time of all the moments.
I'm like no. I'm like no. There's a joke in this. Come on, it's a misunderstanding.
Have we started shooting?
I turned to the lady. I'm like, just give me 1 second. There's a misunderstanding. I do the most snobbish thing ever. I was like, let me call my agent.
At this point, you still genuinely believe.
I'm like, come on,
oversight somewhere.
There's a misunderstanding somewhere. I call my agent. My agent is like, give me 2 seconds, buddy. He puts the phone down.
Yeah.
It goes for a while. 10-15 minutes later, my agent calls me.
That's not good.
So they're saying that they hadn't realized that you were a Zimbabwean national and blah blah blah. But they're speaking with someone from the embassy, and they're going to see if they can pull in some favors for in the name of travel and tourism. Some bullshit. At this time, this is a very reputable film production company, so they film here a lot.
It's
right?
within their remit to pull something like that.
I'm still very confident because I'm like,
no way. I saw the contract.
Come on, I saw the contract. I saw the breakdown. These guys have got 20 grand to give me for 3 days worth of work. They can fix this. The lady looks, someone calls, they're like, nyet. And then now it gets peaked. They dial it up. Some nigga military, she's like, let me take you to this room. They take me to this side room.
Okay.
Bro, they take me to this side room. There's some Donny military uniform, boom, gat strap. They put on camera, they turn it on. All of a sudden, it's changed from actor traveling to whatnot to African immigrant trying to fucking get his ass in. You refugee ass nigga.
Let me say this. We need to have a discussion Europe. Our countries are bad. But they are countries that we wouldn't leave our countries to come to your country. No one is leaving Zimbabwe to go to Ukraine.
Well,
no one is being smuggled into Ukraine.
Right?
Like we would go for school, Poland, but no one is smuggling their ass
to say,
to,
bro.
Let's be serious.
For what?
Let's be serious.
Bruh, I jump in this room. This nigga is stern as fuck. Can't speak a word of English for shit. He's talking to me in Ukrainian. All I can hear is Zimbabwean. Nieste musi nieste markinieste.
Rutara mama.
Matuvinyeste. Amatuvinyeste. Yay! Vakati nyet. Nakati nyet. Nyet. Dinozia nyet. And this I don't know this Russian thing. Man said nyet.
Mbuya Abigail Precious Neanda.
Fam!
Where the fuck art thou?
He gets the translator on the side. She looks at me with the broken kind of face, but she's just on some serious like, I can't make you go to make inside. I have to make you to go leave back to London. I was like, what are you talking about? I'm still at this point on some.
No way.
No, we can fix this.
But
we can fix this.
But also the thing is,
we can fix it.
Why did you guys think I'm trying to smuggle myself into Ukraine from London?
Bro, for them, they're just thinking You don't have the papers. You're black. Bear in mind, I'm okay. Actually, the other guy, the backup, other guy is black.
All right.
Tell a lie.
Yeah.
So now I've come out there. It's become apparent. They're saying blah blah blah. They've told me now I have to fly back to England. We've touched down at around 5 p.m. Or this whole thing's kind of taking place. It's coming to like 6, 7, and eventually they're like, what we're gonna do is we fly you back to London. We fly you back to London because commercial was shooting on Wednesday. Tuesday was a rest day. Monday we traveled. So we fly you back to London. Right, we do the visa thing is on Tuesday, fly back, and then probably miss a fitting day, and then we just come into the shoot on Wednesday.
Yeah. You're like, okay,
there's
nice.
Something in this. They go, they look around, they're like, actually, Zimbabwean passport. They're gonna need some working business days and whatnot. And now with productions, to move a day you're costing production at least 100 grand.
Yeah,
because things have been booked for a day and a time, and time is of the essence on film productions. Like moving a schedule a week can set you back.
Buddy.
They're like, buddy,
your black ass.
Yeah. So I don't know how to say this. He breaks it down. Have you ever been told? Have you ever been kicked in the nuts and you just have to laugh? I was just like,
if you don't laugh, you cry.
If you don't laugh,
but I suppose even in that instance, you still cry because the silence will get you.
Matters worse. Next flight to London is tomorrow morning. I can't even leave the airport. So now my agent is kicking off. He's like, nah, you have to get him, platinum lounge, whilst all of that's going on, they give me escorts. I'm now escorted by 3 soldiers, actual Ukrainian soldiers, can't speak a word of English. Now look at the optics. I'm walking through the airport. Now they've brought our bags now. So I'm no longer VIP. They're like, hey, nigga, wheel your shit, cuz. Like, yo. I've got this bag. I'm walking, being escorted by 3 Donnies, going back to the Povo Mbombera item that I had skipped. And I was like, oh, I'm too special for this. I go down for the pat down. I'm walking through the airport. I just look like a smuggler that's just been caught.
Like your bag is full of drugs.
That man had bag full of mbanje.
And also your walk doesn't have that swagger.
And my walk has got that. I'm done.
You're walking like that guy avarwa boots unzi.
I know one shiny shoe. I'm walking like that.
Hey man,
bro,
that heartbreak. Did you get the money though?
So they hit me with the courtesy. They said we'll give you money for the travel. Yeah, we'll give you the money for the buyout money for the initial one. So out of the whole thing, I walked away with about 3 grand because after my agent takes his cut, I walked away with 3 grand off that.
I mean, knowing what you could have got still sucks, but it's still better.
Because what kicked my ass in all of this is the oversights. Yeah. Because once the casting director does the job,
who gets fired though in that?
At this point, now this is the maddest thing.
Yeah.
Too many people dropped the ball for this to even happen.
Yeah.
The first person who drops the ball here is the casting agency. But I can't even say the casting agency has dropped the ball because the casting agency has stated Zimbabwean passport. Here's his head sheet. Here's the breakdown.
Yeah.
So now there's the production company, and then the production company would also use a travel agency. The production company is the one that's booking flights and hotels.
Right.
Travel agency is the one who's booking flights, hotels, and all of that stuff.
Hey.
They drop the ball, right? Film production company drops the ball. The lady at the airport, as I'm checking in, they check my passport. They let me on the plane.
Right.
Drops the ball. It's like a myriad of... man. Brother. I had spent it. There's a difference between not getting money that you've spent, right? That hurts.
Yeah.
But not getting money that you have invested in your head.
Like, right.
I
I'm
looked
going
at the 20 grand. I was like, I'm gonna take this and then put it in there and put it in the company, and I'm gonna buy this, and then we're gonna boom, boom,
shorter.
and we're gonna in fact put like a 5 grand extra
Just to buffer.
you know, and I'll flip it, and then over 6 months, yeah, I could get 60 bags.
Motherfucker. Mbiana, if you do this shit again.
Bruh, I couldn't believe I could yeah, after that moment, I realized that you are not impervious, bruv.
No.
The bullshit can because sometimes there's things that you just think in your head that can never happen to me. Can I get a job offer for 20 grand and I go and I get to the airport and I get part of the airport?
But I think it says a lot about you, the fact that you managed to come back and you're telling this story as a joke.
Big man,
because
came back.
Very few people come back.
I was in the middle of shooting Real Housemaids, right? And I remember we were shooting episode 4.
Oh yeah, I remember there was a delay.
We were shooting episode 4 that time. I remember I came back in that episode. Jane, if you go and watch that episode, Jane is vex.
Oh, that's another thing. Also,
And
there's
you know
so
what
many
pissed me
people
off?
realizing like you are real housewife, you are real housemates. I'm like, how?
No,
how
that's
is that
good.
Not,
I
how
think
is that,
it's
no, but like,
it's a little obvious.
I'm like, how is that? How is that like? Like, how is that? How are you making? But yeah, I get it.
Bro, you know who pissed me off the most in all of this?
Yeah.
The nigga who knew that he's about to be my backup. So I have a backup. Because we're all each other's backups. And I know the nigga who was my backup because he is being extra nice to me whilst we're waiting for this to be resolved. He comes, you're right, brother. Would you like some crisps? I got some crisps. Would you like some crisps? I got some juice.
That
Do
nigga
you
was
want some water? Do you want some water? I'm like, the nicer he was to me, the more I just wanted to fucking clap him. Shut the fuck up, bro. Get out my face. Because I know for a fact that in his head, before all of this happens, I know for a fact he was thinking, imagine that nigga gets COVID and I get that upgrade. Must be nice. And then when he heard it happen, he was thinking, no way.
No way.
His Mbuya Nehanda whooped my Mbuya Nehanda's ass wherever in the ether was.
Have you met him on another job?
Yeah, I haven't met him on another job. But the only consolation I can take away from it, because now the 17 grand is conditional. The buyout fee is conditional.
Yeah.
What you're owed is the money for shooting. But the buyout is only dependent on them actually using because they can go into the editing room and they look at it and they screen test it and they focus groups and they say, I'm not really getting what it's selling, and then they can say, nah, allow it, and then you don't get that buyout. You only get the buyout when it airs. And I went and looked on their channels and whatnot. The other 2 aired, that one didn't air. So I was like, that nigga didn't get it. The sour nigga in me was like, yeah, fuck you. At least no one got that.
You went through with it. You still ain't got the money.
You ain't got it. Yeah, but that's Green Bomber, bro.
On the subject of heartbreak. On the subject of heartbreak, we thought, keeping with the theme, there's a few people who reached out to the uncles.
Yes!
Uncle Munashe, Uncle Kando.
I've been dying to give people relationship advice.
Trying to get in the mood of...
Can I put a disclaimer?
Yeah.
I'm gonna give advice.
Yeah.
Whether it's good or not, I don't know. I don't know.
If the starting point is whether it's good or not. But yeah, shout out to the guys that reached out, sent through their questions, sent through their dilemmas. We're about to read out. As promised, this is 100% anonymous. The thing that we can promise you is because we're going to be honest. Straight up. Unfiltered. And hopefully, if it helps you, it helps you. If it doesn't, I mean...
If you don't listen, it's on you.
We tried.
It's on you.
Where should we start? Right. So, the first one, Uncle Munashe, it says, I've been together with this gentleman for almost a year. And for the past 3 months, every weekend we fight. So guess what he does every weekend? He blocks me everywhere. Everywhere is in capital letters. Now, given that we fight every weekend, this move is giving weak. Like, don't you feel silly resending follow friend requests on a weekly basis? So am I the asshole for thinking this grown man is weak? Or I forgot to add, he collects all his stuff and returns mine, down to the plastic bags. Uncle Munashe, I want you to don't filter anything, send and say exactly what you thought when you heard this.
So the guy, they're fighting every weekend. And the fights are so hectic that he grabs everything that he's given her.
Yeah.
He gives back everything she's given him.
Yeah.
Bye, I'm out. Block each other.
Yeah.
Boom, boom. And then at the end of the weekend, he comes back.
Yeah.
This king might have the most incredible foresight. If you want to, again, I'm all for perspectives. I'm not condoning this. I'm not saying this is...
No, just say you're unfiltered, bro.
I think my man might have hacked into a zone that the layman ain't even recognizing here.
This man has
This
a new
is
branch.
visas. These are visas. This is weekends unaccountable for.
Plausible deniability.
Plausible deniability. What? How are you gonna ask me what I was doing, who I was with on Monday?
Broken up.
When we were broken up.
You're worrying about the wrong thing.
We're worrying about
You're worrying about it's giving weak. It's giving cheating.
It's giving foresight.
Chihule.
Ama ule.
It's giving cheating.
Because think about it. Really think about it. You fight. You're blocked everywhere on socials.
For weekends.
Only weekends.
This man doesn't fight during the week.
He doesn't fight during the week. And I bet you there's a consistency. It's Amapiano weekends.
It's giving cheating.
It's giving.
This man
to me,
has opened branches elsewhere.
I mean, it's a known trick in the book to say you want to go out with the lads tonight. How you do that? Start a fight with the missus. You know what? I'm sick of this shit. I'm out.
Maybe there's details that we are not privy to. So maybe if there is something that convinces you that it's purely, maybe there's a reason why you're saying it's giving weakness that you haven't included. If there is, please let us know. But from what you've given us,
there is a general level of weakness when one takes things back and gives things back. And
generally, if you have to resort to cheating rather than just saying like, hey, this relationship is not working for me, let me leave so that you can go where you're being entertained every weekend. No, bro, I'm assuming these are people that go to work.
Right.
If you are breaking up with somebody every weekend where we are assuming this is the time to spend together, why not just break up? Just break up. Don't waste people's time.
Yeah. I mean, on your part, I think personally, my honest, humble opinion, weak, yeah, this week, but also I think just an alternate perspective, he might be in the Matrix. Nigga might have broken the code. I think that's what I think personally.
I recently got married 8 months. We have a joint banking account. My husband has horrible spending habits. I feel like I need to hide my income and stop putting my money in the account he sees because he would just spend it all on unimportant things. Is this okay? I fear that if I don't do this, we're not going to build any wealth. We've had multiple conversations about this and I'm not seeing any change in behavior. What do you guys think I should do? Damn.
Take that one.
I thought they were going to be light, like cheating on the weekends. This is a real one.
Like, this is a real life one.
Because money is an important thing.
It's very, very important.
Money is an important thing. Money is a difficult thing, man. I think tough conversations need to be had.
Okay.
Tough conversations need to be had from the get-go. Like, I'm assuming this is a she. Yeah, it's a she. Because she's saying my husband. We've had multiple conversations. I don't know the level. Maybe the person that you're having with is thinking they are casual conversations. Maybe you need to include higher powers at this point. If it's including a mother, including a father, an authority, somebody who he listens to. Maybe taking that ego, my elder church, because really the fears that you're bringing up are very real.
They're very, very valid.
Very valid.
Very valid.
If you're worried about somebody because you also don't want, I'm assuming the reason why she doesn't just want to wake up with a bank account where she's not sharing, and it looks like, oh, you're doing this from a malicious position. You want to track, you want to give the person the opportunity to unlearn, but yay, I don't know, man. And also, it seems like it's too early for these problems. 8 months is too early.
I mean,
these
they've
problems
been married
to have come
for
up.
8 months.
Yeah, this is the time where anyone, even when you have vices, you're still on your best behavior, right? Like as a husband, you're still really and truly 8 months. Anything within 24 months, still honeymoon period. You're still doing
That's true.
lovey-dovey.
You're right.
So if somebody is already
Showing my chips.
exactly. So if somebody is already showing you bad spending habits within 8 months,
8 months,
this might be signs of a bigger problem.
So I will say this as a person who's impulsive.
Yeah.
Right. Impulsivity is something that's well within my characteristic traits. It's one of the traits that I wish I could rid myself of.
Yeah.
And me being aware of my impulsivity, I would put in place measures to mitigate these things, right? And also, when people are dating, this is the thing. When you're dating, these are the things you need to be observing. These are the things you need to be paying attention to. And these are the things you need to be having honest conversations about. You need to be talking about family, like some hard conversations to have before you get serious. Family. What's your side of the family? What's it like? What are
How many kids do you want?
Suspect, right?
How many bodies do they have?
How many bodies they got? Also, things
that body conversation, people think it's only about sexual partners.
No. We're talking under the ground. 6 feet.
Ndiana heroes eka. Arikudingura vanhu.
Right? And even things about illnesses that run in your family. Or what do we do if we give birth to a child who's disabled?
Right.
These hard things.
Hardcore.
These are the hard conversations. Finances. And I personally, right, my girl's better than me at handling finances. I wouldn't take the approach of, oh, I'm the man of the house should be no. No.
Don't
Miso Johnny.
Miso Johnny. Yarambwa.
No, but this is what I'm saying, right? Knowing your roles and ascribing these roles right
playing
from the
to your
onset.
strength.
I play to your strength. I'm not great with money. I'm good at bringing the money, but I'm not good at keeping it around. So tell you what, when I make it, you hold it. Right? Which one of us can cook better? Just because you're a woman.
Misogyny. What's your comments? Misogyny. What are you saying?
Right? Just because you're the wife, right? One might assume or want to have you cook. But if I am the better cook, why are we eating?
You veered it around.
Why?
It was sounding a little bit like misogynious. Watch out.
Watch yourself.
This is good advice, you know.
No,
but we're giving good advice.
This is quite sound. Have these conversations. Like, we can't be eating unseasoned food simply because I want the wife. No. Fuck that. I don't like how you make eggs, man. Fuck. Let me make my own eggs. Let me make us eggs.
I love my boyfriend. Like, he's a really good guy. And I want to spend the rest of my life with him. But I don't want kids. Like, not even one. And I'm not willing to compromise. To be honest, I'm willing to let him go because he likes kids and I know he won't be happy in that marriage if we get to marry. Not a problem, but I'm always thinking it's better to break up and find what we want than be unhappy. My goodness. This is heartbreaking.
She doesn't want to be with this nigga, full stop.
Yeah, no, but this is I love the level of self-awareness
and honesty.
Yeah, because as somebody with a kid, I would tell you that it's not a thing that anyone should talk you into.
Right?
Yeah.
That's true. You just want one.
Or you should just be like ready. It's either you want kids or you don't. You should come from wherever you're coming from wanting kids and meet somebody who wants kids. If you don't want kids, don't let anyone talk you into, because here's the thing about kids. Kids are permanent.
Brother, that's the one thing that's the I'm great with kids.
Kids are here to stay. There's no off days.
Because I'm thinking 18 years minimum. That's if they've got their shit together. Because they could be 40 years living with you.
But even if they're not living with you, they're still coming to you for advice, coming to you for like these dating things.
But at some point, you know.
No, you let go like primary needs. Primary,
yeah. But I mean, knowing that, fuck, shit, you ain't eating.
There's jail sentence is shorter than 18 years.
For grievous crimes.
Shorter.
You can kill someone and come out of prison before
18 years.
Your responsibilities are done.
So if you don't, I'm my heart aches for you because it sounds like a difficult position to want someone and have the self-awareness to know like we are not on the same page.
It's very mature.
It's very mature. And like you're saying, I would say, cut your losses.
Yeah.
Cut your losses because life is funny like this. You might have all the self-awareness in the world and then an unwanted, unplanned pregnancy might come up.
Boom. Push.
Right?
Because it happens.
Now you're put in the dilemma of keeping it. Well, I would say right now when it's still questions to Uncle Candizo and Uncle Munashe, cut your losses, aim a guy. And to be honest, there's never a better time to break off a relationship than December.
Get December.
You are in a heartbreak, but it's
you will heal.
You are with my plus 4-4. Oh yeah, there's boys on the timeline. Go there. Go get grabbed. Another small one. This one is wild.
Okay.
I'll let you take this one.
Okay, what's the chicanery on it?
This is not a question, it's just a
expression.
You know those people that in a Zoom meeting or in a mine is not a question, it's a more of a contribution. This is that one. This one says the honest truth is rechi wule no shanda. Vakawanda takarora my side piece edu and years later we are living in bliss. My advice to the gents, especially the girls, is if you are not married and Munuwako is acting up, cheat, your happiness might be per next door.
That's wild.
I want to know what led this person to sharing. Like, what triggered you?
He was enjoying life.
I
think he just rolled over to the side, saw his side piece. He was like, man, fuck what they say.
But you know the effort that is required to enter this information in a Google form.
He thought they need
it's not a Twitter DM.
He discovered something. It's like I stumbled onto something. I got to share this nugget with the masses. Whew. Okay, my breakdown of that one is a lot of the times,
I honestly don't think you should even give nickname because if I don't want to put you in a position whereby your girl's looking at you like, no,
so what I was about to say. So you see when that person said the truth is that you holding out pays, right? What I thought was this is a woman who's saying, because I'm not gonna be honest. I'm gonna be
sounds
honest.
like a guy.
It sounds like a guy. So I thought it was a girl at the beginning. So I was like, okay. I also I wouldn't condemn women who move and groove to make guap off easy marks.
Camera zoom in on him.
No. I'm not condoning it, but I'm saying I'm not going to turn around and say, hey, listen, if there's a mark, because there are people who are willing chumps who just want to know what it's like and they're willing to be eaten with their eyes open, right? That's fine. To some guys, they're fine. To some women, they've made careers out of it. And that's fine too if you're finding the willing marks, because it's on them, right? Because whether you are there or not, someone else is just going to.
Right.
And if you can make a bag and make some business of it, but he flipped it when he said, hey, your happiness is with your sighting and whatnot. This is a guy who just got lucky. Unfortunately, life isn't as comic as we all want to believe it. You might think that, oh, they wronged me. He went and impregnated his side piece. He's gonna come back groveling and whatnot. Hey, they can sometimes go and thrive and have a better relationship than yours. Now, would I say it works? No, because it's human nature and relationships. There's no formula to this thing.
Yeah.
But all I'm saying is, if you're not happy in a relationship and you feel like there's love next door and whatnot, leave. No one's holding a gun to your head.
Yeah,
like really, no one is
really and truly,
no one is holding a gun to your head.
Yeah.
Yeah, but people want to have their cake and eat it.
Yeah. Ooh, bars, Uncle Munashe, bars. But yeah, man, I think send in your relationship problems. I love living through other people vicariously. You know, because it makes me feel like they don't got into my problems.
I ain't got nothing here.
Damn. But yeah, man, I hope to the people that sent in their questions, we did you guys justice. I hope you find some of these responses
to the lady
helpful.
who doesn't want the child, that's fine. I hear that. I respect that. And,
shout
out yourself
for
being aware, because, it sounds like when homeboy comes with a side piece and a baby from next door, you're not going to be surprised yourself.
No, I mean, the person that you now need to be honest to is the person that you're with.
Yep.
Like, like, look,
if this is a deal breaker right now, let's end it. If it's a deal breaker for you, but
before we get to the 15th of December.
But on the inverse, it'd be interesting to know how old she is. Because it's common, it's not unusual for people to be staunchly against having kids, and then an accident happens and they have one, and then they realize, oh my God, this is the best thing that's ever happened.
No, but
to me in my life.
I feel like even that happening, like you falling in love with kids out of an unplanned pregnancy, I feel like that's slight cohesion though, because it is, because if your position was, I don't want to have kids, and then an accident happens, you end up pregnant, and there is very little choice in that matter, really. Because the inverse of that is terminating the pregnancy, right?
Right.
Certain people struggle with that decision, right? So, and they don't think they would be able to live with themselves if they went that route. So the only choice they have left is to keep the baby. And when you do keep the baby, we spoke about this. Love is really an issue of proximity. You live with anyone long enough, you fall in love with them. But especially when it's a kid, I feel like no one should ever be put in that situation where they have to eventually fall in love with. I feel like every human being should be given the opportunity to say, like,
to be loved right off the bat.
Yeah, like, hey, right off the get, I wanted this, I didn't want this, because sometimes it also informs the quality of life the child has.
That's true.
Because imagine you don't enjoy being pregnant or getting the support from your partner because you're like, I didn't want this, and then when the baby comes,
you get the postnatal depression on top of that. That's how women end up strangling their kids.
Exactly. So I'm always a big, like, everybody needs to have all these things need to be consensual, man.
Have open and frank conversations, guys.
Tough conversations need to be had, but we are here. If you want us to say, "Et Ningrikini, we are your uncles. We are here for you." For some coffees, of course. Uncles for hire.
If Kandoro can add Sanopi, if you think he can't your dusty boyfriend.
No, but yeah, man. This has been back and forth. I mean, we're cooking.
We're cooking, man.
We're cooking. Looking forward to our Christmas episode, man. I think that's
gonna be epic.
That's gonna be epic. I mean, I'm looking forward to that one. Just being with the people in the spirit of Christmas. But yeah, man.
Christmas bucks.
In between now and then, we still got the tickets on sale. Very limited now. Grab those. Even if you're not coming to the show, grab for people that who want to close. Like, hey,
you live in Canada, no problem.
Christmas present, get this. Yeah, man. Shout out to everybody participating. Can't wait to have you guys at those shows. And if you think the only money that you part away with is Marema tickets, please, we are in a cash kuma show because
Mama items, yeah.
kuna
man.
offering like don't play.
Yo, this guys.
Tine anons ma
If you see a basket going down around the
Tine
aisle,
anons ma in-app purchases. you find them inside. Joke no ramba kupera ons with reo kaka
like
5.
Pago subscription yakunde.
With rega 5. Kandoro kumasura kuno katsikunzwa volume.
You got a bronze subscription, turn it up. Come.
But yeah, man, it's always great to connect with you this way. I mean, after the Christmas episode, we're going to take a little break. But when we come back, when we come back,
right on top of things.
There's a few people that were saying, yo, guys, can you please include the media that you guys refer to? Guys, ideally, we would want to record these episodes number 10 Downing Street.
Downing, right in there.
But because of limitations, you have to understand, Kuti, at this point, it's still a small operation, right? So some of the things that you don't see happening, it's not because we don't want to.
It's guys.
But because in the mix of all the things you just heard Munashe talking about all the auditions that he has to do. That's not the only thing that he has to do, right? That's not the only thing. So it's between trying to give you guys something and trying to give you guys the best thing we can give you right now. The additives take a little bit more time than we would like. Sometimes it's really like, oh, we want to add this video, we want the graphics to look like this. We want to
set.
The show is going to keep improving
because there's so many little trinkets that we can't even as yet. When you were saying, "Oh, you guys should be," I was like, before you even take this from us.
Yeah.
Whatever suggestion you have in your head to say what not, best believe we've thought about it, we've considered it, and we are finding a workaround for it. Just sit with that.
So rest assured, the BFFs of whatever you guys decide to call yourselves, let us know. Let us know. But this has been another episode of Black and Forth. My name is King Kandoro, and we are
Outski. I'm Munashe, going black and forth, and we'll be black next week.
Yeah. Let's go.
Peace.